I don't really remember the tricks for this guy. And knife helped me out though. Just so you guys know, this isn't a walkthrough or anything like that. Once again, this is just me playing through. Who knows how far I'll get, and then we'll see at that point how much of the game you get to see. I can imagine that you've probably played this game before, so you probably know the game. It's a pretty popular game back in the day. But if you haven't, you should just pick it up and then you'll be able to see the rest of the game. This level is pretty awesome. It's got this cool ocean thing. I guess I'm trying to think about it. I guess if you're thinking about it in the city of New York, I guess you're now in Long Island or along the coast or something. I don't know where you would be that you get a beach like this, especially not palm trees. But who knows? Maybe they're in Los Angeles or something. I always thought it was New York. That's where I'm from. One really cool effect in this level is the rain sound effect. I don't know if you can hear rain in the background here, but that's just outside. It's raining. But there'll be a rain effect coming up, like it'll start to rain. I think it's pretty cool. I also like how this whole game basically takes place at night, so it kind of gives it that dark, urban feel more when it's happening at night. There's that cool sound effect of the ocean as well, like the ocean moving. That last guy got me pretty bad, but I think I remember the trick on this guy, so I don't think he's going to be able to do this to me. You said keep jumping and kicking him. If you kick him at the right time, you'll be fine. Yeah, I remember this. Hopefully this lackey doesn't break this up for me. But I remember the trick for this guy, so it shouldn't be too bad. Ah, man. Could use my special. But, I think the bosses and all, they're pretty cool. I mean, it's one of these games, it's pretty much a generic type of boss. Nothing's really too imaginative as far as these bosses, but it was cool back in the day, and when I was a kid, I always thought it was awesome. So here we are moving on to level 4. There. Round 4 is pretty cool. Round 4 is, I guess you're on a bridge, or you're in some kind of a more industrial type area. This is, it's got all those typical platformer levels for this type of game. I don't know if this game really started that trend. I'd say it was either this or Final Fight. I'm not sure which one came out first. I think Final Fight came out before this. But this really has a pretty good details in the graphics and really get that whole industrial feel. Back in the day, I used to think these graphics were amazing when I was a kid. One thing I didn't mention before about grabbing characters, you notice you can grab them and throw them and everything like that. You can there's actually these moves when you're playing two-player that you and your partner can do where you grab him and you can throw him at them, and you can like roll over one another to try to like coordinate attacks. It doesn't really work that well, but I get where they were trying to go with it. I think it's a cool idea. But boss again. This boss, if I remember, is one of the hardest bosses. Yeah, this guy. He blows flame at you and runs at you, and it's hard to hit him. And you can't grab him because he's fat, so he'll fall on top of you because he's heavy. I remember him being one of the hardest bosses in the game. Let me use my special attack now before I die, because every time we've had these boss battles, I keep dying before I forget to use the special. So at least now if I die, I get 2 specials. But I remember the only way to beat this guy is to really combo him as he's starting up. But he'll just kill you, like just right there, obviously. He'll just kill you if he hits you with that fire. Right, when he's close like that. The one cool thing about the boat is you see it's moving up and down, and they got this cool parallax scrolling in the background with the water moving and the kind of industrial tower type stuff in the background. This level, the difficulty gets a little bit harder, but we'll see how I do, I guess. They start throwing a lot of enemies at you at once here. The boss here is pretty hard too. I'm already down this far. But one thing I forgot was what I'm doing right here, where you slow punch them. That was kind of a trick you could do to get them down. If you wanted to kill the guy, without comboing him down, because if you do a combo, he'll land and get back up. And if you hit him slow like that, you'll be able to kill him before he can fall and get back up at you. Especially those guys with knives, they'll get back up and run at you again. And in this boss, even if you're one player, you still get 2 bosses here. So it's a lot easier on this level with playing the 2-player game. Ah, come on! I want to get that life before they kill me. But these are some of the hardest bosses in the game. But here we are. It's got these cool conveyor belts and everything that, you know, the classic beat 'em up staple. And it's got this cool sewer grate type of floor and very industrial, like factory background. I like this level a lot. Here we are getting another boss battle. And if I remember correctly, this boss is really a cop-out. It's the same boss as you got in level 2, except they put 2 of him. I don't see how that helps. I don't see how that makes it any better. They should have just made a new boss, but I guess, you know, they ran out of ideas or something. I have no idea. But anyway, I don't want to waste time showing this whole boss battle. I think I've already spent a lot of time, so we'll move on, and you'll see what happens when we get to the next level. Alright, here we are at round 7. This has some of the best music in the game, in my opinion, and I like this level a lot. It's really cool. You're on an elevator that's moving up, and you'll see when you get to round 8 where you're going, but it's kind of cool. It's like you're getting to the last stages of the game and you're heading up to the boss's lair. I just accidentally used one of those. I like in this level how it doesn't really make any sense how this guy could shoot up there, and with pinpoint accuracy, so you shoot around a building and onto this elevator platform. But one cool mechanic about this level here is that you can throw your enemies off and kick them off of the side of the thing, so that you don't have to fight them fully. It's a pretty cool idea. Of course, it can happen to you as well, especially that green guy. It seems like his whole thing is that he just throws you. But it's cool to have that option in this level. So anyway, I'm gonna. Actually, there's no boss in this level, so basically you got the gist here, and then I'll move on to level 8. This is the last level, and by far the hardest level. It's a pretty long level, and when you get to a certain point in the level, you got to face all of the bosses, and I think it's 2 of them each. I usually play on 2-player, but I still think you face 2 of them even if it's 1 player. I think it's a really cool level. It's got this cool carpeting and like ornate design. So it's kind of like basically you're at the head of the whatever kind of crime syndicate. This guy's got all this money and he bought like a penthouse mansion. You're in the top of a building, which is a pretty cool idea. Oh, nice! I got an extra life. This is my last continue, so I don't know if I'll be able to get all the way. But I'll get back to you guys. I guess I'll get back to you guys at least when I'm on life 1, if not when I'm near the end, just to show you guys what's going on. Here we are back as I promised. I already beat the level 1 boss. Now I'm on the level 2 boss. Of course, once again, I don't remember the trick to this guy. I think you don't jump at him. I think if you jump at him, he gets you bad. Let's see if I can beat him before my life runs out. Ah, there we are. There I am dead. I think that was my last continue too. So there we are. You basically just missed the boss battle, the full final boss battle, which is kind of a cool thing. It's this guy sitting in a chair and he's got all these lackeys, and then he gets up and starts shooting a machine gun at you. One really cool thing about when you play this game 2-player is if you get to the boss and you win, you can decide whether to join him and become the leader of the mob, or you can decide to go against him and kill him. So if you're playing 2-player and one of you decides to go with him, one of you decides to go against him, you have to fight each other to see who wins. And then if you both pick to go with him, you both go back to level 5. And if you both pick to go against him, obviously you beat him. But I think that's a really cool idea, especially that you have to fight each other to get through with it. Well, hopefully that was interesting to you guys and you enjoyed it. And I guess I'll get back to you guys with another review soon. You'll definitely see sometime Streets of Rage 2 review to go with this.